Hello, my darling dears. It is indeed I, the lady you saw, with previously green and black hair, with this gorgeous tiara. Yes, I know you can all see it. Singing a song for you. That is to introduce myself. I am indeed, my darling dears, you're delightful, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're motherly, your betrayable, and your supreme bitchiness, Mama Beeatch! So I'm sure there are probably those of you who are perhaps maybe watching this through YouTube, maybe possibly behind your computers or whatever it might be that you are seeing and watching this, and you may be, I suspect, doing a little, give me a little teensy-weensy wee round of applause. Now, if that is the case, well, I'm going to work on hearing those, or don't we all? Now, firstly, I'm introducing myself to all of you. That's what the first video was about, and you know how well I sing from one particular song, which I am not going to be singing tonight. No. Now, this dress I brought a couple of days ago, and it is beautiful, isn't it? Yes, my darling dear, it is beautiful, because I am a woman. Definitely a woman, I would say, with all this gorgeous makeup on now. But I do not talk about that. Oh, and if you want to know about my hair, why it's changed colour, because as I told you, well, I do not know if I told you much about myself in my first video of introducing myself, besides my singing, but my mother always used to wear a black tiara, very similar to this, but she had pure white hair. She was not white-skinned like I am, she was dark-skinned, beautifully dark-skinned. Her name, well, her code name when she was in a group called the X-Men was Storm. Then she became a member of the Avengers. Her real name was Aurora Monroe, and she had a mutant power to control and manipulate the forces and energies of the power of nature. That's the weather. To those of you who don't know what the term nature means. And of course, she, in the universe I come from, she did not marry T'Challa, or T'Challa, however you pronounce it, of the Black Panther fame. No, she married Spider-Man, Peter Parker, my father. So my full name is Mama Bitch Aurora Monroe Parker, as was my sister, Spider-Storm, hence her name. She used both my parents' code names. I do not. I do have my mother's powers of weather control, and of course also like my sister, my older sister, might I point out, or my twin sister, formerly, of course, rather sadly, what in the no, I don't know what that noise was, rather sadly deceased, but she did leave me a wonderful legacy, and of course she left me her tiara, so I very proudly wear it. I do have my father's spider sense, as it were, like my sister did as well, only it seems to have developed into the other mutant power that the team that my mother was in, their leader was called Professor Charles Xavier, and he was a telepath. And so yes, my spider sense seems to have developed into telepathy. And part of my mutant power, and I can control the weather, is, as you can see what we have now weather-wise, for example, it seems my hair, as part of my power, changes to coincide with the seasons and the weather that I'm changing it to. So, at the moment, dark blue and a bit of green in it. Yes, it's sort of a halfway point, if you will, between changes. And you could technically, like my mother before me, my sister before me, call me Mother Nature. Nice term, don't you think? So, who is Mama Bitch? Well, Mama Bitch is effectively me. And I am a lady, a princess, and a queen. As another incarnation of me you may have seen if you went to Bristol Pride this year. I may have looked like I were perhaps a human unicorn or something like that. I do not know, but it was wonderful, wonderful. It was a rubbish day because it was not organised properly at all. Oh, no, 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 no. No, my darling dears, no, it was absolutely rubbish, and oh my. And some of the ladies like myself on stage performing at the cabaret stage, dear me. Although some of their routines were quite, well, fascinating and, of course, interesting and slightly wonderful, but some of them, well, if I ever have to book them myself, I thought to myself on that day, well, Mama will not be doing so. And the longer I go on, well, you know how it is, I'm sure. Those of you who are ladies, like myself. Now, I'm going to do something a bit cheeky here with this iPad of mine, or at least the owner of the video's iPad, I should say. I mean the channel, owner of the channel. Just to show you how far womanly I am. And I assure you it's a lot to take in. Now, if I'm doing this right without getting out of the video, hopefully you can even see my high heels and my leggings that I've got on. Ooh! I hope I showed you all of that anyway. Now, because my arm length of this skirt is a bit too, this dress, sorry, is a bit too short, I am going to put something on for you and show you a brand new brooch that I got for myself. And it is gorgeous. And I have recently joined not only the X-Men, like my mother before me, and my sister before me, but also like our father before us, and our mother before us. I have also joined the Avengers. So you see, I've got this beautiful little brooch here, so you can see it. It's a cloud with a beautiful lightning bolt. You see, my mother always used to wear lightning bolt earrings in her ears, whether she had long hair like this, or she had much more, well, what was it now? Oh, yes. Or she had short hair, but her hair was pure white. And when she was using her elemental powers, her hair would move about as would lightning come out of it and stick it and make it all look like it's got sticky ends. And, you know, like these. Ugh, there's some sticky ends on my hair, trust me. Whatever colour it is, it always has sticky ends. Even that's why the fringe looks a bit untidy tonight. And my other fringe looked a bit untidy. And my other hair colour, yes, it looked quite, well, let's say, messy. But still, what keeps it all in place and reasonably tidy once I've brushed it and everything else is this gorgeous tiara. And I love it. So, yes. My sister knew how much I liked it. That's why she left it to me in her will after she died. She always was looking for something similar to our mother's. But I had never found one, you see. So, yes. Anyway. So, where's my little brooch gone? There. Put my gorgeous brooch on display. Yes. There we are. Now, I think I would love to sing for you all, but that might make this video very, very long. I think I might have a song. I will have to have a look. A very special folder where I keep such things like that. Oh, I keep so many things, my darling dears. I've sang you my theme song. Oh dear, I have not got a song for you. How tiresome. And I was really hoping I had a song for you all. Is that not a shame, my darling dears? Oh, I feel so badly terrible about it. Dear, 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 dear. A woman of my stature, my singing voice, and my skill as a woman who cannot sing for a gorgeous audience, dear, dear, dear. You know, so I suspect some of you are wondering, how did I become a woman like myself? What got me into being a woman like this? Well, there were some ladies, like myself, when I was growing up as a little girl, / boy, take that however you wish, who were on television, and I did not know that they were not really ladies as well. What they were men, and they dressed up as ladies. Oh, what a fantastic fun thing to do. And it is fun, I assure you. So yes, underneath all this, I am indeed a man, but I'm a lady right now, whilst I am underneath all this. So with all this on, I am indeed a lady. No, I am not a man, I am a lady right now, but underneath it all, and when this all comes off, which none of you ever see, I am a man, and I dress up as a lady for fun, not that I am strange or weird or whatever, but anyway, and they were my inspirations. But those were the only ones you would ever see on anywhere on television in those days here in the United Kingdom of so-called Great Britain and Ireland, or Northern Ireland, depending on your point of view, however you view that. So anyway, so yes, it's a lot of work. So I will tell you who they are, I think, but it is a lot of hard work becoming the lady that I am right now. First of all, it, of course, was a lady called Lily Savage, or Savage, depending on your point of view, but the way she spells it, I pronounce it the way I do. And Dame Edna Everage. Now, Dame Edna will call everybody she sees in the audience possums, which is some sort of Australian or New Zealand creature. And Dame Edna, as you will have noticed, she does have an Australian accent, or New Zealand accent. They're one and the same, pretty much like the American and Canadian accents, almost, more or less. Anyway, you get a lot of them over there. And on British TV recently-ish, I think either last year or somewhere beginning this year, I'm not too 100% sure, but her name is Bianca Del Rio, I believe. So I'm hoping also not only by doing these videos, but that, well, I and Bianca, and not just Lily and Dame Edna, but many others like ourselves, and some of the ones you may have seen if you go to the Bristol gay scene, what's left of it anyway, and if you will have seen perhaps performing on the cabaret stage at Bristol Gay Pride event here in the United Kingdom, have been an inspiration to others. There are many I could name. The Drag with No Name, for example, Miss Match, a local homegrown talent, a few from Wales, Dr. Beverly Ballcrusher is her full title, or Dr. Bev as she's widely known, more commonly known, from someone in Wales. Fanny Dazzle, a lot older, but a lady like ourselves, like myself. Now, she is from somewhere in Wales, I forget where. And, who else? Oh yes, Tina Sparkle! And she's very well known, I'm sure, in the opposite sex impersonation world, circuit, whatever you want to call it. And of course, obviously, probably the gay scene. Not just in Wales, but here in Bristol as well. And I'm going to straighten this damn tiara out if it's the end of my own life. That looks better. Now, another one of also from Wales, but I do not know where. I think she may have been from Cardiff. I think she may have been. I cannot remember for the life of me. Now, her name is Mary Golds. And if you have watched the American, all the 11 or 12 series of RuPaul's Drag Race, not only RuPaul herself, but all the contestants on there, I'm sure, are inspirations to everybody who's watched it, who wants to do this. And, of course, the lower bits. Who wants to wear, if you're a boy, these and walk around in one of these, a pair. But I tell you, it's not an easy thing to walk in these, no, and it takes quite a lot of practice. So, hopefully I'll be doing some drag advice how to do this. It will take a little while to get the advice out there, but it will be out there. Also, what else was I going to say? Now, you see, my memory is terrible for someone of my age. Trust me, I'm old enough to be beyond your mothers. And I'm old enough to be any of you as a grandmother, mother, great-grandmother, grandmother, after the mother part, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, and so on. And so on and so on. In fact, I'm probably old enough to be an ancestor to many of you out there. Oh, I have had some children, you know. And I tell you one thing, pregnancy, ooh, I wish I do, I will hope to the higher powers of gods and goddesses of Mount Olympus and the 7 elements of nature that I never, never ever have to go through the rigorous pain of pregnancy ever again. And it is giving me a shiver thinking about it. Yes, it is giving me quite the shiver. Poor me. I usually get the shivers about everything, but let's not talk about that. But I will say, a bit of a catchphrase, if you will, but if I do not like what I hear coming into my ears, I will say this particular term, and in this particular way. Oh my! Yes, I will say it that way. So yes, that was what I said that rather loud and a few extra choice, rather rude words during my pregnancy to the poor doctors. And my fool of a husband at the time who got me pregnant. Ooh. Having sex with him, I'm not having it with him anymore. Now when I have sex, I am finally able to not get pregnant. Although I did have all my bits taken away, you know. My lady inside bits, that is. So I'm afraid I cannot get pregnant again. So if any of you are watching and says, ooh, I'd like to get Mama Bitch pregnant. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Will you have a problem, my dear boys? And any girls who are thinking, ooh, she'd make a good mother. I do not mind the idea of being a mother. Maybe a little bit, you know, adoptive, maybe. But then, when us women get to a certain age, or anyone who gets to a certain age, we tend to, well, particularly for women, our bodies start to sort of, well, get a little kind of useless in that department. Not all the time, but, you know, sometimes it does happen. And, of course, it's very embarrassing. And then we get to a certain age again a little bit later. Before that, in fact, actually. And it's a process that's not very nice either. And it means we are turning into old women, I'm afraid. It's called the menopause. Why does it have a name in its name, I ask you? Oh, apparently there's a version of that you men tend to go through when you get to about 50, I think it is, which is what most women tend to go about. Some women do it earlier, but most women it tends to be about 50, maybe a little over 50, maybe about 55, maybe it can be dead on 60, but yes. And it can be the same for men, but there is a variation of it for the men as well out there. So yes, the male variation of the menopause, although I think it's just generally, I think it is just generally old age with them, still, all the same. It means that you are turning into an old woman if you're a woman. Now, I have gone through this, and I tell you, it took me longer than the actual woman being as old as I am. It took me a long time to go through it, and I assure you, it took me a long time to get to that stage. But the point of the matter is, I got there eventually. I went through it, and yes, it's a bit painful, a bit emotional. It's kind of like pregnancy, I suppose, but without the actual getting pregnant and going through the labour and giving birth to the poor child bit. Oh, but my sister never got to get pregnant. Poor girl. Poor woman. Poor queen. And I do sadly immensely miss her. I do not want to try to cry, because if I let my emotions get the better of me, my more sadder emotions, my more well-water-working emotions, I may start crying. I will absolutely smudge my mascara and, of course, well, all of my eyeshadow and everything else. I will get really, really bad makeup problems. I'll even smudge my lipstick, which I can tell you is not good. So, there we are. A little bit more about me, what I've gone through, how old I am. Well, I have not actually said how old I am. I've given you perhaps a little clue, a little hint. Well, I can do worse. Now, my darling dears, I hope you've enjoyed introduction number 2. and soon I'll do another video for you. Now, I hear recently from the owner of the channel that the amount of subscribers has gone up from 13, which is, I'll show you with my hands this way, to now 14. So that is really good news. It's only up by 1, but still it is beautiful that the channel has gone up that much. So thank you to the 14th subscriber from the owner of the channel and myself and all those involved with the channel. And as I go on, I am sure, and as the owner of the channel as well goes on, I am sure it will grow. And the more it grows, of course, the more the owner. Not only can he pay me, but YouTube himself will start paying him. I think you have to get at least 1 million subscribers, but once you hit that 1 million subscribers amount, well, it does work. Takes time, of course, obviously, as do many things take such time. But it is wonderful to know that such things are happening for this channel. And the more subscribers this channel gets, not only do I get happy because I get to perform, that's what I'm doing it for, we get more likes, we get more lovely, beautiful, positive comments, and we get a lot more than that. And then, of course, we get, well, yes, we get more subscribers, so I get paid, the channel gets paid, once we hit 1 million subscribers, of course, on this channel, but that'll be a long time yet. But at that moment, YouTube will, yes, so it'll be worth it. Although I'm not being paid at the moment, but, it will be in the future, sometime. It will definitely be worth it. So from me to you, thank you to all 14 subscribers up to date so far. It really is wonderful to have that many subscribers seeing videos of me, seeing videos of the delicious owner of the channel, my darling dears, and of course, you, my darling dears. Those of you who have subscribed, stay and constantly watch and been loyal to the channel all the way through. Now then. So you've got an introduction into me, pretty much, but I am old enough to basically be classed as effectively as Mother Earth herself. I have been, of course, mistaken for the great ancient Greek goddess Gaia, the Earth Mother, creator of not only, the Earth itself and all mortals, technically speaking, but also the Titans and, of course, the forebears, of course, to the rest of the Olympian pantheon. But they have all come together, settled their differences, and now they can be worshipped. But I do not like my grandmother, great-grandmother, should I say, does not like being mistaken for me. No, she does not, and I do not like being mistaken for her. So if that is all, I must say thank you to you all, though. But it has been wonderful doing this second introductory video for you. And I will say this, there may be a third part to this, but not only that, there may be something Christmassy about it. And as you can see in the background a little bit of tinsel hanging around my door. You do not want to know what's the other thing is hanging on my door. And there may be some more showing us some Christmas decorations for you. But until then, and very soon, I have been Mama Beeatch, and I love you all, my darling dears, and I hope to see you all again soon. And in the future, there may be another video with another lady like myself, who I've been chatting to recently. And not only that, we may be interviewing each other in a future video. So look out for it, but it will not be about yet, but do look out for it. Love you all, darling dears.